to multiple things, right? It extends to how you feel fulfilled in your job. I think this whole job hopping, right? Like, ek saal didn't work out. I feel the culture is toxic. I feel there are different reasons, right? Why do people job hop one year?
Yeah.
Culture is toxic. I don't enjoy the work. I don't see where my career is going. This is one of the main or most popular reasons, or most relevant reasons, right? Relevant also. I'm not saying that they're, but I would say that, have you yourself taken a step back and thought of where you want your career to go and what direction you want it to go? Have you thought of the kind of workplaces that you're choosing one after the other? Are you repeating a pattern? It's very much like your dating life. Okay, are you repeating a pattern, guys? Right?
True.
Are you repeating a pattern? And if you're not happy somewhere, you yourself know ki these are the things that you're not happy about and you want to move away from those. Can you do those things? Can you be aware of yourself? Right? Like, for example, for me, I was aware that I want to go on to lead a marketing team, because when I was at Instamoja, I was brand and content head, and mostly leading marketing at that point. But we had a separate PR arm, which is now being handled by someone else, and now she has taken it. So I also wanted to know that I wanted to sell something else. I wanted to build something else, and I wanted to I wanted to go into an early stage company only, because I want to be a part of something that I have been grassroots level part of, right? And for most people, for a lot of people, this is very sexy. But what they don't see are the unsexy parts.
Yeah.
Which are, you have days where you feel like your career is gone down the drain, nothing is going to work. Okay? There are days of that.
Yeah.
Then there are days where you feel like if something has failed, you feel like you have.
Yeah.
Because when you're very driven about your career, or when you're very driven about your passion project, your company, founders have this too. You attach your self-worth to what you're doing, or how much money you're able to generate.
Yeah.
Right? This is one of the reasons we have built HSR Founders Club, because we know we all go through this.
Yes.
As founders, can we talk to each other? Can we go and cry, have a vent party? Can we go book a rage room and like beat the shit out of things so that to just vent? Because obviously you cannot beat your investors or so you cannot go and hit someone or your employees. So book a rage room, let it all out.
Yeah.
Cry if you have to. Come, let's go out for pani puri or apna pani bhao. Like, those kind of things. That's where and I think communities also show, especially closely knit communities like ours, they show you that it's not all fancy and rosy. Yes, there are founders who've done this. And if they have become successful, that means they failed 100 times before.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's about learning from them. But again, one more thing is that they might have followed a playbook which worked for them. Yeah. But it's not necessary that it will work for you. Yeah. You will have to figure out, and that will only be out of the expertise that there is a contradictory opinion that your customers don't know what, in SaaS especially, right? Fine, fair enough. If you're building in a very crowded market, that's a good this thing to have. That's a good opinion to have, and you want to build and even in our market, which does not exist currently, we have category creations for that matter. It's the same kind of challenge, right? They also don't know what they want. They know that they have problems, but they don't know what they want. They see, people will, when you talk even in these customer interviews, people will come and they'll have whimsical ideas. Ye kar sakte ho kya? Can you do this for us? It's like, this is a unicorn level feature. How will I put this? Right? But how do you balance that? Yeah. And how do you know that even if you're saying no to them? By the way, we've said no to so many customers. We have said no because, like I said, we have a 6, 7, 8 member dev team maintaining the current feature set, plus building something for enterprise and customizing it. By the way, we can't do this. We can't afford to do it. That's just something that will not work for us, and we'll burn whatever budgets we have for the year. That will burn out. We can't do that. So we say no also to a lot of customers. We said, but now with the community coming in and with a little more budget for to marry community with sales, we are getting a product person now. We're getting a salesperson, 2 people in the team who are going to work very closely with me. And now we are going to not say no. We're going to say way lesser no than yes. So it's been an extremely interesting journey. It's been a roller coaster because switching the hats from marketer founder is very interesting for me. There are nights that I'm just sitting at home and I'm thinking, does this work? Where is my career going? Will someone hire me after this? Will someone hire me after this? And then I think, no, there are so many founders who failed, but they've also found jobs later. So that is definitely your anxiety talking. And I'd be lying if I would say that 0 to 1 is super sexy. It's sexy in your heads. It's not. It is more no's and a lot of grueling work.
Absolutely.
And if you're not ready to work hard, then you should not join, because this whole 70-hour week conversation that's going in, it feels irrelevant to me. Because for me, it's like I'm working for it's irrelevant to founders also. For my perspective and for founders, because they're working on their own projects. It's their passion. But yes, of course, it for an employee who they definitely need to have work-life balance and all of that, which is a separate conversation. But for me personally, a 70-hour work week is like, no, I will take off whenever I want.
Exactly.
I have that thing. Like, I know my limits of burnouts and I know my limits of where I'm like completely breaking down. I will take a pause there and I tell Pradeep and I'm taking the day off, or I'm taking these days off. I'm going with it. And honestly, it's the culture at Mulya is also very open like that, where I have always been very straightforward. Like, for me, it's like what's in the heart, that's in my mouth, and that's how I'd like to operate, because I don't know how else to operate. And it's way more less dramatic to operate in this way. I have operated this way all through my career, and I'm operating this way, and I probably will have to operate this way only, because you know what, it's easier to choose transparency than to choose drama. Right? You either say or you don't say. Side mein jaake don't say something. Like, have clarity. I think that is a very big point to have for every founder, every marketer, anyone who's building something, who's trying to build something. Have clarity. And that clarity will only come if you give yourself enough time to experiment with multiple things. So you experiment, build your clarity, this is where I want to go, and then you go ahead. 100%. So that's just my 2 cents on how I think of my career.